want to know my secret? Kimchi? How do you make it?
Kimchi is a traditional Korean cuisine, which is a type of fermented vegetable dish made of cabbage. It is prepared by lactic acid fermentation. First, immerse the cabbage into a salt solution. Coarse salt will then be sprinkled on the white stem part of the cabbage. This removes excess liquid content inside the cabbage. As the cabbage was soaked, liquid molecules move through the membrane of cabbage into the brine due to concentration gradient. Brining aids in preservation and enables the penetration of seasonings into the cabbage. The plant cells are plasmolysed when soaked in a hypertonic solution, causing the cell membrane to pull away from the rigid cell wall. This will leave gaps between the cell wall and cytoplasm. Hence, the plant cell will shrink and crumple. Before brining, the cabbage appears to be crispier because of the water trapped within it. After brining, the leaves will be fully bendable without any breakage and resistance. Next, the salted cabbages are washed and drained. Ingredients such as radish, red pepper powder, and other spices are mixed and stuffed between the leaves. The mixture is then packed into a container and buried underground or stored in a refrigerator. Nowadays, most people store their kimchi in the fridge. Refrigeration means the maintenance of a temperature below that of its surroundings by extraction of heat from a colder region to a hotter region. A vapor compression cycle is the most commonly used cycle for refrigerator. A refrigerator system consists of an evaporator, a compressor, a condenser, and a throttle valve. Firstly, a liquid refrigerant will absorb heat from the surroundings and evaporate at constant temperature and pressure to produce the refrigeration effect. Next, the vapor produced will be compressed, resulting in the increase of temperature and pressure. This process requires work. Then it is cooled and condensed in the condenser, where heat is rejected to the surroundings. Lastly, the liquid flows through a throttle valve where it expands to its original pressure. Consequently, the temperature drops. The refrigerant re-enters the evaporator, and the cycle repeats again. Fermentation happens in a non-isothermal batch system. A batch system helps to maintain the low pH and anaerobic conditions for the growth of lactic acid bacteria to produce carbon dioxide and acid. Temperature affects the fermentation speed and determines the ideal environment for lactic acid-producing bacteria to thrive. Low temperature is preferred to prevent overproduction of lactic acid and over-ripening. The operating temperature between 10 and 21 degrees Celsius can produce kimchi with a well-rounded flavor. Optimum acidity of kimchi is 0.4 to 0.8% lactic acid. A developed kinetic model can show the acid production rate in kimchi as a function of temperature and salt content, which allows us to simulate an increase in lactic acid concentration with time. Furthermore, it can predict fermentation time at different temperatures.
Oh, that's how the kimchi is made.